Welcome back. We're live at the Players. This is First Coast Living, and I'm out here, and we got the trophy right over here over my shoulder. And look, when you come out here to the course, everyone wants their lawn to look like the grass you're walking on out here and the grass they're hitting off of. That's a little tough to do, but my man John Cooksey from McCall Services here can help you out. So what do you tell somebody when they go, hey, I was at the Players and I want my lawn to look like that?
Well, as you know, Curtis, most of the lawns in Jacksonville are St. Augustine grass. So you can't cut them this short. We actually have to keep them at like 4 inches in height or we'll kill the grass. So it's never going to look like this, but we can get them looking good.
And this time of year, this is the hottest day of the week out here, and so one of the people think you want to save money on water, but how much you need water for the grass? What are your tips on that?
So here's the thing with this year, Curtis. We're in a drought right now. As you see, when you drive around town, you see all this grass, and you see the actual blades of the St. Augustine grass shrivel up, and it almost has a gray effect to it. And that's from the drought. That's from not getting enough water. And it's really tough with some of the irrigation systems to get enough water on the grass when we get weather patterns like this. But I think next week's going to be awesome because we're getting some rain. It's really going to help us out, make things look good. But that's what you have to do. I mean, you have to water in times like this the maximum amount that you're allowed by your municipality.
Right.
And sometimes that's hard to do.
And do listen to that, because a lot of municipalities will tell you, odd number, addresses on certain days and even.
Right. Yeah, odd numbers, even. It depends on where you live.
Yeah.
And of course they're all different. Some give you 2 times a week, some give you 3 times a week. But in these times, when it's a drought, you got to use the maximum possible to keep the grass going.
And that was a really good tip you mentioned there. Is you actually St. Augustine grass, you look at the blade, you can see it start to close up.
Yeah,
right?
so it's got a double blade on it, and when the blades start to come together and touch each other, that means it's not getting enough water.
Okay.
And that's when you got to get it. You get it before it starts turning brown. Once it does that, it's too late.
The other thing, and I couldn't find any out here. I couldn't find any here to talk about, but weeds. Everybody, if it gets too dry, you get, bugs, but if you overwater, you can get fungus and weeds.
Right.
How do you?
Well, the way we approach weeds is in the early part of spring, the late part of winter, we put a pre-emergent down, which keeps the weed seeds from germinating, so you never get the weed itself.
What if you forgot to do that?
Exactly. Some of them are going to get through anyway, even if you did it. So there are some post-emergent herbicides that we use, but when it gets too dry, if we start using herbicides, it'll kill the St. Augustine grass too, so we have to be really careful. Once we get good rain though, and you get enough water on your lawn, then we can use herbicides to knock some of those weeds out.
All right, good tips there. And the other thing, at your house or whether you're coming out here, mosquitoes this time of year. Once this weather warms up, we're going to start seeing them again.
Right. Typically May 1st is the start of mosquito season in Jacksonville. And I don't know if you've noticed it, but I get bit a few times when I go outside my house at night. It's not been too bad yet because we haven't had any rain and there's nowhere for them to reproduce. But every house and every neighborhood has these little micro environments where mosquitoes can still breed, whether it's a bird bath or something that's just collecting moisture from your irrigation system. So there's always possibilities out there. And once it starts raining, it's only going to get worse. But what we can do is spray their resting areas, kill those mosquitoes around your house, and then put pre-emergents down to keep the mosquitoes from being able to reproduce.
Nice. Okay, because some people do want to have the bird baths for the birds and stuff, but you guys have stuff you can put in those?
We can put stuff in those that will actually keep that mosquito larvae from ever becoming an adult, therefore it'll never bite you.
And those are also great tips. Find that standing water anywhere, whether it's garbage cans, leaves, the plastics, get rid of that standing water.
Kids' toys, big one. Kids' toys in the lawn.
Very cool. All right, well, we got some more coming up here, but I want to thank you for coming out here and McCall Service for sponsoring this segment. And for more information, you can call them at 904-389-5561 or visit McCallservice.com for a list of services. Angelia, what do you got?